Hey guys, hope all is going well. Midway Piper here. What a day, what a day, let me tell you. Turns out I do have a little bit of time today to record a video, talk to you guys about a couple updates. So, just got home a very short minute ago. My son is off of school this week for spring break, and I am off of work on Fridays, and he decided he wanted to go to Mystic Aquarium. From where I am, Mystic Aquarium is about 2 hours away, 2 hour drive away. Thanks, dude. That was glamorous. Anyways, it was about 2 hours away. So we left this morning at 7:30. Got to the aquarium at 9:30. And it is now just after 4 o'clock. And like I said, we just got home. So it turned out to be about 2.5 hour drive home with traffic. Which leads me to one of the things I want to talk about. People suck at driving. In fact, two things. Number one, I am pretty well convinced lately that all these tariffs that have been enacted must have caused a national shortage in turn signal fluid, because no one seems to be having working turn signals. They just like to slam on their brakes, slow down really fast all of a sudden, and then make the world's slowest turn into wherever they're going with no signals. So there's that. Second of all, this crazy concept I have to explain. See, I know you guys know this, but in case anyone not subscribed to this channel for some reason tunes into this video at some point down the line and doesn't understand this concept, because it seems the majority of people don't. When you have two lanes and there's a lot of traffic in both lanes, if this lane moves a little bit, you getting over into this lane is going to cause traffic to slow down, because the other person has to slow down to let you in. And now there's a gap on this side where you were, and cars start moving. And then when you see the cars on the side that you were just on start moving, you go, oh, and you cut back over into that side, and then you block up traffic on this side, and this lane goes. If there's a lot of traffic, stay in your damn lane. All right. I think the rant is over. Restock on your turn signal fluid. Stay in your lane. I think we're good. All right. Just in case anyone is admiring the beauteousness of my bald head today, I did give myself the back deck special yesterday. Yep. At least with what little hair I have left on my head, you know. Because I have so little hair left on my head, I refuse to pay a barber to cut my hair. So I have clippers, and I just go out on the back deck and buzz my hair off. So I call it the back deck special. I know, sounds very rednecky, but I do have a red neck, so anyways. Before I get into the updates, today is Friday, April 18th. It is day 18 of the Codger Challenge. It is still going. What's that make? 11 days left of the Codger Challenge. So that works. That's good. I'll be honest, I'm getting pretty tired of the same blend every single day. It is getting a little bit old. I did move the 4 pipes for the challenge forward on my bench, so those are really the only 4 pipes that I ever look at, which it works out well because I don't really get to see what I'm not allowed to smoke from, so you know, so that's certainly helped. But yeah, something with a different taste profile would be kind of nice. I don't know if it's something with a half and half or something with a Balkan blend or something that's happened as they've mixed. But it's definitely, I don't want to call it bitey, but it's definitely starting to feel a little bit sort of a little bit harsh. And that's not something that was there before. I've noticed it the last couple of days. And I can't really tell you where it's from because I don't know. Like I said before, the half and half flavors and smell is completely gone. It's been completely overtaken by the Balkan. It took about 10 days for that to happen. Let's call it 2 weeks, because I mixed it up before the challenge started. So it's been about 2 weeks. And like I said in a previous video, the Balkans have certainly beat the half and half into submission. And it's not even really noticeable that they're even in here anymore, so. Hey. I suspected that would have happened. I'm just surprised the half and half held out for as long as it did. But yeah, there's not even a scrap of, if you just smoked this, you would never guess that there was any half and half in it, let alone half of 50% of this mix being half and half. So, anyways, I am smoking it in the Chris Harriott Squat Rhodesian. I have a dilemma. I think my last video was the buy one. And I was very pleased with not having spent any money on anything pipe related this month. And I just noticed on smoking pipes, I just got a pipe in that I've been looking for quite a while. And there's only one of them. It's getting really hard to not do it. And if it's still there in a couple of days, I might do it. We'll see. We will see. Anyways, 2 quick reading updates. I've not finished anything. Then again, I just did that video 2 days ago, and I've pretty much worked nonstop since then. And then we spent 4 hours in the car today, most of which was listening to music that my son likes because he really does not enjoy us listening to audiobooks in the car. Much to my dismay. That was the word. So, one of them has sort of jumped in for my audio. I'm still reading the Behave book off and on. It is a lot denser than I was expecting it to be. So I think I'm going to sort of intersperse it with some other books in between just to sort of spread it out a little bit and break up some of the monotony of it. My dog is barking at the chickens that are always there. Anyways. So on the way home, I did tell my son, too bad, I'm going to listen to an audiobook. And my wife fell asleep on the drive home, so. Paladin, Pat, I'm sorry to have disappointed you so thoroughly for so long. You know I don't like doing that. So, this is for you. I did start this today. I may be a quarter of the way through it. And so far, I don't really have any thoughts yet. A lot of it's been set up. There's a castle which has been abandoned for a long time, and the townspeople think that it is abandoned. And then this merchant comes along and sells a shepherd a telescope, or he shows him a telescope, and while explaining how to use the telescope to the shepherd, the shepherd looks over at this castle and sees that there's smoke coming out of the castle, which has been abandoned and supposedly haunted. And so he goes back to town and tells all the people about it, and they try to figure out what to do. They all see that there was smoke coming from the castle, and they finally decide that they are going to go, somebody should go check out the haunted castle. And they try to recruit one guy. Everyone in town is conveniently very busy, and so they recruit a guy who they call a doctor. He is not really a doctor, not a good one, and his only patient just died, so he has a last-minute opening in his schedule. So the town people try to tell him that he should be the one to go, and he proves to be too much of a wuss to do it, so someone else says, all right, I'll go do it. But Doc, you're coming with me. So, not wanting to look like a complete scaredy cat, he agrees to do it. And then shortly thereafter, a mysterious voice is heard in the tavern that doesn't belong to anybody there. It says, you should not go. And then they all go to bed, and the next morning, the guy and the doctor decide that they're going to go. So that's pretty much where I've left off. There's definitely, it's Transylvania. It's a castle that's haunted. It's, all those things one might expect from a book entitled The Carpathian Castle. So I'll let you know as I get further through the book. But Paladin, I know you were disappointed I didn't start this yet, so there we go. That's what I've got for it so far. The other thing is, before I show you the other thing real quick, I don't know if I've showed this to you guys. I did include it in my last, VR to Saldog about smoking accessories. But I packed this up just in case. I wasn't sure. We took the dog, and I wasn't sure how long we'd be at the aquarium for, so I wanted to bring my pipe in case I had to go take him for a nice long walk or something. So I packed everything up in this pouch. Little pocket there. Keep a pipe cleaner in there. And inside what I normally do is I stick my pipe in here. This one fits perfectly in it. And then this little pouch, I keep my lighter and tamper in. It goes right in here next to it. And then in this side, it's a tobacco pouch. And there's some of my half-breed mixture in there. So this is Hardcastle. When I ordered one of my Hardcastle pipes, they had this in stock. It was like 15 bucks. Leather, zipper, nice. Anyways, I wasn't sure if I showed you that or not, so there, now you've seen it. Anyways, the other book, I'm pleasantly surprised that this is a smaller book than I was expecting it to be. I ordered this the other day on eBay, and it just arrived today while I was out. And I will start reading this sometime soon, probably when I finish one of the two reads that physical reads that I've got going on. So the Novel Bookstore or Christianity and Science by Herman Bavinck. This book, Evolution, Design, and the Future of Faith, Living with Darwin by Philip Kitcher. Kitcher. Just gonna read you the inside flap real quick. Charles Darwin has been at the center of white-hot public debate for more than a century. In Living with Darwin, Philip Kitcher peers into the flames swirling around Darwin's theories, sifting through the scientific evidence for evolution, creation science, and intelligent design, and revealing why evolution has been the object of such vehement attack. Kitcher ranges back in time to provide valuable perspective on the present controversy, describing the many puzzling issues that blocked evolution's acceptance in the early years, and explaining how scientific research eventually found the answers to these conundrums. Interestingly, Kitcher shows that many of these early questions have been resurrected in recent years by proponents of intelligent design. In fact, Darwin himself considered the issue of intelligent design, and he amassed a mountain of evidence that effectively refuted the idea. Kitcher argues that the problem with intelligent design isn't that it's not science, as many critics say, but that it's a dead science, raising questions long resolved by scientists. But after providing a convincing case for evolution, Kitcher points out that it is also important to recognize the cost of Darwin's success. The price of life with Darwin. Darwinism has a profound effect on our understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe, on our religious beliefs and aspirations. It is in truth the focal point of a larger clash between religious faith and the discoveries of modern science. Unless we can resolve this larger issue, the war over evolution will go on. Evolution is a dangerous idea. In this balanced and sympathetic volume, Philip Kitcher illuminates this idea while suggesting ways to diffuse the danger suggestions that embrace both the religious impulse and the force of scientific evidence. So, Living with Darwin. This is a topic that I'm going to do a future video on, and discussing evolution and faith, religion, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, that will be coming up in a little while. I don't know when I'm going to get to that, but it is something that's of great interest to me. So anyways, that all being said, That's pretty much it for today. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.